Let me introduce how to make your website from HTTP to HTTPS. I will create an SSL certificate on 0ssl.com for HTTPS connection. Mainly my videos related to WordPress, but HTTPS connection applies to non-WordPress websites as well. By watching this video, you don't need to pay for SSL. And you can change any website platform to HTTPS, whether it is WordPress or not. Let's connect to 0ssl.com. Enter your domain and click the Next Step button. Enter your account email and password. For account email, you must enter the email when you register your domain name. Please enter the domain owner's email address. Enter the password and click Next Step. Look closely, we have got options, no subdomain name and www subdomain for free. If you add a new subdomain, you should pay for that. In most cases, the default option is enough. Click Next Step. The 90 days option is free and the 1 year option is paid. Select 90 days, click Next Step. CSR is Certificate Signing Request. Be sure to enter your exact information correctly, click Next Step. Select Free and press Next Step. Next, you need to verify your email. With email verification selected, click Next Step. Go to your email. Just below what you see now, there is a verification key. Copy the verification key. Click the Go to Verification page. Paste the verification key you just copied and click the Next button. When it is successful, thank you message shows. Press the refresh button at the bottom and you will see that your email verification is complete. Click the Install Certificate button. Click the Download Certificate button to download the certificate. Connect via FTP and go to the website root directory. In my case, folder name is www. Create a new folder. Make folder name .well-known. Enter all characters correctly even dot. Go to the .well-known folder. Create a new folder. Enter name as Acme-Challenge. Back to 0ssl website. There is a check installation button on the right side, but do not press it yet. Do it after registering the certificate in your web hosting site. Go to your hosting service company website, make a request registration, certificate and private key. I think most hosting services user interface would be similar like me. Wait until your request is approved. In my case, it took about 20 minutes. Back to 0ssl website. Click the Check Installation button. Now the status changes to Installation Complete. It informs you that the certificate installation operation is complete. Now all you have to do is change your WordPress URL settings. Go to the General menu under Settings. Both WordPress URLs and site URLs change HTTP to HTTPS. Save and check it on the front-end website. Go to your website and click the lock icon on the left of the URL. We can check the message that the HTTPS connection information. As you can see, if it is successful, congratulations. You don't need to watch the rest of this video. Unfortunately, if you cannot access the WordPress dashboard, after changing the WordPress domain URL, and if you want to recover your WordPress domain settings to the previous one, keep watching the rest of this video about WordPress domain recovery. If you enter wrong site URL, or WordPress URL in settings, let me introduce how to connect WordPress admin panel again. Go to the Administrator Settings menu. You can edit the site URL. When you first create a website, you will get a URL from the hosting site, in the form of a temporary domain, mostly subdomain style such as sub.domain.com. After completing the website work, you need to connect with your own domain you purchased. For example, from sub.domain.com to www.yourdomain.com. But in this operation, you should be extremely careful. Because, if the domain is entered incorrectly, then you cannot connect to the WordPress admin panel. I suppose, this may happen, when someone changes domain from HTTP to HTTPS. In this case, you will panic. No worries, you can restore the site domain to the previous setting. Let me show you how to recover. Before changing the URL, copy the current site URL into a text file. And you must remember, which theme is currently active. This site doesn't have HTTPS certificate. But let me change WordPress URL to HTTPS. When I save it, the site crashes immediately. WordPress tries to connect to HTTPS, but the site is not responding. Definitely, we cannot access the website. The same happens when entering the wrong domain name, as well as HTTPS. Connect to web server with source code editor by FTP, go to the HTML folder. That is the web server home. This is the root directory where WordPress is installed. Open the wp-config.php file. Go to the bottom, as you can see, add two functions. Edit the second argument URL. It is replaced with the URL you copied before we start. As you can see, you should change both of them. Let me show you enlarged. Go to Themes folder under WP Contents. Move to the currently active theme directory. I told you remember active theme. Open the functions.php file. Add 2 lines of update option function. Likewise, only the last URL part is replaced with a copied URL. Deletes from HTTPS and WP admin at the end. Connect to the site. Click on the admin panel link on the top left. We can connect admin panel without any problems. Go to the settings menu. The WordPress address and site address are recovered. However, as you can see, it is disabled edit box. Because we set it forced in source code. Go to the source code editor. Delete the part we added to the wp-config.php and functions.php files. And save these files. Refresh the setting menu. It has been changed to a state that can be modified.